This video is for the husbands out there that has a wife that's suffering with anxiety, and it works on both ends. A wife that has a husband suffering with anxiety, it's all the same. But me, I'm speaking to the husbands out there because I was in that position myself, and I'm just starting to see out there that I hear so much that he just doesn't really understand, you know, and I have to lie on these calls to him and be like, you know, I understand, but I don't understand. I was there. I took it upon myself to do something about it. How do you not know nothing about anxiety at this point when your wife has been suffering for 5, 10 plus years? Like, what are you doing? When you get home from work, you just play the game, you can expect her to come and cook the meals and make sure that she cooks you your specific type of steak and ribs and everything that you like to eat. But when it's time for her to change her diet, you're like, nah, I'm not really into that. When I talk to them about, you know, maybe time to start doing some changes with your mindset, some exercises, you know, he's not really into that type of stuff. You guys are standing in the way of your wife healing. In my position, I had to do things that I didn't know how to do either. I wasn't into eating healthy. I did not care about health until my wife's health was compromised, and then I needed to step up to support her. There's not support by just sitting back and being like, well, you got the problem. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not the professional here. I'm not the expert. Go and talk to the psychologist or therapist here and this, that. And you see that they're not getting any results, and you're just sitting back, not doing anything. But you took these vows. You took the vows. Let me remind you what some of these words mean. Cherish. Let's look at the definition for cherish. Cherish means to protect and care for someone lovingly. Protect. Definition for protect means to keep safe from harm or injury. So if you're just sitting there watching your wife suffer every day with all of these symptoms and you're not doing anything to keep her safe from harm, you have to see it, unless you're just turning your eye to it and just focus on yourself. That's what a lot of you husbands out there are doing. Focusing on yourself and just blaming her because you don't see any type of visual sickness and you don't understand what they're going through. You're just sitting back and just complaining. When it comes to the point where you want to have a relationship with your wife and you want things to be normal again, you can't just blame them like it's just their fault when it is your job to protect them. You have to get in the books and study and learn about this stuff like I did. I was a rapper. You think I cared about like psychology and herbs? And I did not care about none of that. I had to do what I had to do to protect and support my wife through that journey. And y'all are half-assing on what you're doing. You're just sitting back, kicking your feet up. How are you expecting them to do what they're supposed to do as a woman, as a mother? Like, well, first of all, how are you expecting them to really like navigate this anxiety and read a bunch of books and try this and that, watch videos when they're having all of these symptoms? Like, it is your job to guide them in the right path. And most of what y'all are doing is just pray about it, you know, or just think positive, or it's all in your head. Just let it go. Just breathe. This is my favorite one. Just breathe. And it'll go away. Like, how is that advice? How is that protecting and cherishing your wife? Like, get in the books, get on Google, get on YouTube, do something. Like, actually be an active participant in their healing journey. Don't just sit back on the couch watching the game, making sure that you're keeping up with every football game. And you're like, man, are you expecting her to come home and take care of the kids, take care of cooking you the meals, take care of you? You know what I'm saying? This mental health stuff is serious, and it's not your place to just sit back and allow the doctors and the therapists to do their job. And you just, I don't know. Like, if you want your needs to be fulfilled, trust me, I understand. I needed my needs to be fulfilled as well. But I didn't just sit back seat while she went through that. I sat up in the front seat after seeing the doctors feeling her. I took the driver's seat. I said, okay, I understand that the way through this has to be either through psychology and how the mind works, or through healing, herbs, and nutrition. And so I must become an expert in that. First thing y'all need to do is just understand. Start going on the internet and reading people's stories other than your wife, and starting to see how many people are going through this collectively. And you'll start to see, like, she's not the only one. I'm seeing that all the stuff she's complaining about, she's not just complaining. This is real hurt that she's going through. And then you might want to take it upon yourself to then start to get into the book, start studying and taking a liking to healing and becoming someone that tries to at least attempts a little bit to help your wife heal, instead of just taking a back seat and acting like it's none of your business.